welcome back to my channel. For today's video I thought I would do another eyeshadow palette bingo. I haven't done one on my channel for a while now, and I did recently get a new eyeshadow palette in the post, so I thought it was the perfect time to do another one. The palette that I received is this one from Colourpop. This is the Child palette, which is inspired by the TV show The Mandalorian, which is part of the Star Wars universe. This may be the cutest palette in my entire collection. I have had this palette about a week and did intend to film something like this earlier, but unfortunately I've been quite unwell, so I'm not able to film. Probably means I'm going to be quite rusty, and I have a few videos to try and film tonight, so this could be quite fun. My schedule is a bit all over the place at the moment, so I'm not actually sure when this video will be going live, but I haven't even actually touched this palette yet. It did arrive quite quickly. I ordered it on the day of release, or within the first 5 minutes of release, which was I think it was the 29th of October. I believe I had received the palette in only about a week. Normally things take about 2 weeks to arrive from Colourpop, but I did receive this really quickly. It would have been the perfect opportunity to get a video up on it quite quickly, but say because of being unwell I just couldn't face filming, and to be honest I didn't have any voice anyway, so I am feeling a little bit croaky. Again, filming a lot of videos might be fun, but this is how the palette comes, and it is so cute, and we have an array of different neutral and green shades in here. I have been definitely drawn into green shades as of late, so when this palette was released, before I even seen it was Mandalorian, it already had me hooked. At the point I ordered this, we hadn't even watched The Mandalorian. It was actually only a few days later that we started watching it. Not because I'd ordered this palette just by chance, it was kind of where we were up to. But I have now watched the full first series, and it is a great show. If you are a huge Star Wars fan, well, if you are a huge Star Wars fan, you've probably seen it, but it is a great show. I'm excited to now watch season 2 once that's fully out. So I did put the numbers 1 to 9 in a random number generator, and I did select 5 shades, which it might be a bit much now looking at it because of it all being from the same colour story, but it did pick the shades 3, which is Just Like a Tatooine, which is a really nice kind of nude brown shade. 4, which is Sipping Soup, and this is a kind of goldy green shade. Babyface, which is this dark mint green. Float Your Crib, which is a dark khaki green, and then Droid Protocol, which is like a deep sort of chocolate brown. So good selection of shades to work from there. What I tend to do is go in with a transition shade or a crease shade, put something in my outer half, kind of deepen up the eye look, and then I'll possibly put another matte in the middle of my eye, and then I tend to go all over with a shimmer. So the number generator has been quite generous in that I can achieve that look with this. I do have 2 dark shades, so I'm not too sure how to do this. I haven't even swatched this palette yet, so this video is genuinely going to be a first impressions as well. I did take a picture of it on my Instagram, and I did mean to do swatches, but again I've not been well and my brain was all foggy, so I didn't end up swatching it. And when I decided to do this video, I thought I will let it be a genuine first impression. So what I'll actually do first is I will swatch the shades that I'm going to be using, and then I will create my eye look, and then I can always go back and do the swatches of the rest of the palette. First one I'm going to do is this Just Like a Tatooine. That is a really nice nude brown. Then we have Sippin' Soup, and that is a gorgeous shade. Then we have Babyface. Mattes are really creamy. That is that one there. Even though I said it's a mint green, it is quite a unique shade of green, so I do really like that one. Then we have Float Your Crib, which is that one. So that's like a really dark kind of grungy khaki colour. Then the final one we have Droid Protocol, and that is that one there. So the random generator did pick some nice shades there, although I personally don't feel like there's a bad shade in this palette. So why don't I see what I can create from this one, and then I'll probably come back and swatch the rest of the shades. I forgot to bring over some makeup remover, so I'm just going to have to do it with these swatches on my hand. I'm going to remind myself now to zoom in because I can't physically do it on the camera. Starting first with the shade Just Like a Tatooine, I'm going to put that in my crease, and for my brush I'm using this dual-ended one from Sigma. The fluffy side is the E38 diffused crease. I'm going to run that through my crease. And that is a nice starting point there. Just going to do it on the other eye. I've realised my camera angles are going to be all over the place because of my tripod. The light's kind of set a bit further back so I can't see my face as well in this mirror. So I feel like that is a really good starting point, but I really don't know where to put this green, whether to kind of stick that in the crease or maybe go above the crease with that one. I do have a slightly fluffier brush here, which is one from Morphe. This is the M535. So I might go in with that kind of above where I've just done as a sort of transition shade. How good this is going to look, but we'll see. Even though this is quite a fluffy brush, I'm feeling like it is clinging to the crease bit and it's leaving quite a sort of line of the shade, so it does need quite a bit of blending, that one. I definitely need to get an eye test, by the way. I feel like I'm holding this mirror so close to my face. I did actually get a letter to remind me that I need an eye test and that the optician is open, but I really don't fancy being up close and personal with a optician at the moment. I am surprised the opticians are open, to be honest. I didn't think they would be because we are currently in a nationwide lockdown again until the 2nd of December. To be honest, the region that I live in anyway was already in a local lockdown, but this isn't even stricter lockdown, so we were open, but I believe bars and restaurants were still open, but now everything bar essential shops are now shut, which is why I'm surprised that opticians are open. But I say I don't think I'll be going anytime soon. Kind of like a sort of grungy look. It does definitely look darker on the eye than I thought it would be. It's kind of turned out as dark as I thought that little frog shade would be, but maybe that's because of pairing it with the brownish shade as well. So I think I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do now, I'm obviously going to put this shimmer all over my lid, but I don't know how to work these in. I would say about putting one on my lower lash line, but I am a bit funny with putting really dark shades. Maybe I should have put Babyface in my lower lash line, but I'm going to go in the very outer corner with this Droid Protocol, and for this I'm going to use the other end of the Sigma brush. So this is the medium sweeper, and I'm just throwing it everywhere. That is a very deep shade. So I'm just kind of patting that onto the outer corner. I feel like I have to pat shades on there now because of the wrinkles that I have developed, which maybe because I'm not wearing my glasses as much, I feel like I am squinting more, so the creases have definitely got worse in the outer corner. It's not the neatest job I've ever done, and I have gone too far over than what I intended to, but I'm going to cover it again anyway in a minute. That's how far I intended to go over, but now I feel like I need to match the two eyes. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for that one. And then I think in the middle of my lid, I'm going to go in with that Float Your Crib and kind of blend it into that darker shade I've just applied. I'm not too sure what brush to go in with though. I think I might pack it on at first and then I can always blend it out if I need to. So I'm just going to leave the very inner corner of my eye blank. I have to say as well, considering I'm using two really dark shades, I don't appear to have any fallout on my face, which is good. Formula wise, I am really impressed. I think that this might be the best formula Colourpop that I've tried. I mean, I have only tried a couple of palettes from them, but the formula of this one does seem a lot better than them. I think that's done for the mattes. So now we're on the final shade of Sipping Soup, and I'm just going to go in with my finger for this one and pretty much go over most of my lid. It's such a creamy formula. That is a gorgeous shade. So I'm trying to kind of concentrate it more on the inner corner and then just sort of sweep it over the mattes. Obviously, because of where I put the matte, it is coming across darker, but I'm hoping it's showing lighter in the middle there. And I'm just going to go in on the other eye. I'm just going to go back over the edges and just blend everything in. I think I'm actually going to go back into the Droid Protocol shade and just darken up the outer corner a little bit more again. So I do really like how that look turned out. I do like the way that the shade Sipping Soup does kind of pull gold when you're looking at it on the eye with that green behind it. So that is a gorgeous shade and one I know I'm going to reach for quite a lot. Because I've still got these here, I think I'll just quickly swatch the shades I've not swatched here, but I'll do it on the back of this hand. So they're not going to be the tidiest because I am right-handed. So the first one we have here is this shade Precious Cargo. So that one is more of a kind of yellow champagne-y gold and really pretty. It's not too pigmented, so that one might be better as a kind of topper. I have the shade here, Right Hand Mando. That one looks like it's extremely pigmented. That is another gorgeous shade, and I can definitely see myself reaching for those two a lot. We have the shade The Force, which I'm really intrigued by. This one looks slightly sort of duochromy. It's like a warm gold with kind of a brown tinge to it. But again, I don't know how well that's going to pull up on camera. The final shade to swatch is this one here, Little Frog, which looks to be a sequin formula. So that is a really pretty shade as well. Going in with my finger, I can still see quite a lot of the glitter flecks have come through on this one. It is like a silver glitter to it. I think this one may not work if put on with a brush. It probably is one best applied with the finger and probably with a patting motion. But that one is another really pretty shade. So that is all the swatches of the complete palette, albeit not in order and not the tidiest of swatches, but at least you can see what they look like, and I am so excited to play with this palette more. One, the gorgeous packaging, but two, every single shade in here is one I know I will definitely use, and I do definitely appreciate that they have put a more neutral transition shade in as well as what could be classed as a greener one here. They both did work for me in the eye, and I do really like the eye look I achieved with this. So just to give you a close-up of how the look turned out. So that was my eyeshadow palette bingo with the Colourpop The Child palette, and that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks!